Hi guys, welcome to Lean Tunes channel, and as promised it's from the UK, but I have broken another promise though. I haven't been on the gin, but I have had my favourite Belgian beer, San Miguel. So we've had a couple, nothing crazy, but as promised we're going to do the question and answers, which is the first one for the channel, so it's a groundbreaking. I know loads of other channels do Q&As, but this might be a little bit different from what you've seen previously. So then, where am I going with it? This episode of Lean Tunes vlogging is going to be hard edited, and strangely it is scripted to within an inch of its life. Okay, so a little bit different to what you're used to. Let's just go for it, shall we? So we're going to go through all the questions, and if you watch the last post, you'll if you posted a question and I didn't get back to you, rest assured your question is answered here. We've got quite a few to get through. As far as the genres go, they vary a great deal. Some are linked to what we cover in the channel, so some are linked with Thailand, some not so much. Some are very, very good questions. Some others, I think there's some very disturbed people out there, but I don't even understand some of the questions. So I promise you, I've not Googled what these questions mean. I just thought a couple of San Miguel, maybe the answer will pop into my head. So you may spot a few of my answers probably don't ring true to you, but I'm going to give it my best stab. Okay, right then. So we're going to start off with Graham Hawkins. What will you do with the village shop and house? So I take it, I mean, when we move to the farm, the house that we're currently living in is in the main village. I say main village, it's a very small village, probably about 1,000 people living there, and we've got a little corner shop in there, which hasn't been open for about 6 months anyway. Well, we have been trying to sell it, but because we're off the beaten track, there's not a lot of around where we are, which isn't necessarily a bad thing after some of these questions I've seen. A lot of the Thai population around there haven't got that sort of money to buy a place. So I'm not bigging it up. I mean, it's a modest little 2-bed bungalow. It's quite nicely done, but you know, for us to sell that, someone's got to get a mortgage or win the lottery, and we've priced it quite competitively. So the other options we've got are rent it out on a monthly basis, or keep it for like a rental for people that are going to come and visit us on the farm. Okay, so there's the two options. Thankfully we've still got it, because with the generator issue that broke down a month ago, it's still not fixed. We're supposed to be getting it back next Monday, fingers crossed. So our schedule's been knocked back about at least a month, so we're not going to be in there at the earliest till, I would say, second week of January. That's all being well. So it's a good job we've still got somewhere comfy to stay. But me and Toon, we could stay on the farm now as it is, not a problem, not having electric or anything, or running water. We could live without that, not a problem. But you know, we've got the dogs and the other animals and the fish and all that to take care of, so we're happy where we are. Well, we're a bit bored where we are. We want to be on the farm, that's where our heart is, but we'll another couple of months won't hurt. Right, so I'm gonna, don't let me down, IT. I'm gonna scroll through. Right, 42 Invincible. For you guys that are in the comment section quite a bit, you'll know that that's Vince. Mr. Lee, very official. I have a few questions, and I know you will be able to answer given your in-depth knowledge. Yeah, right. I have a rash on my sweaties. Should I use A, salad cream? I really like salad cream. Not me, that's Vince. Or just get rid of the cat. I'm going to go through all the questions first. Would you recommend? You couldn't make it. Would you recommend a cock ring in the Thailand climate? I've just bought some extra long socks and find them very comfortable, but I'm starting to find they're rubbing a tad on my John Thompson. Once again, salad cream, or just get a dog and get off the cat. That's it for now. Off to make a salad. Right then. So rash on my sweaties. Salad cream. Well, first of all, we need to specify what salad cream it is, of course, because there's only one salad cream out there, isn't there? That's Heinz. So if it's not Heinz, salad cream's out. If it is Heinz, I would personally go for Heinz and get rid of the cat, because I love Heinz salad cream, and I've got asthma. I'm allergic to cat hair and cat spit. Maybe for another vlog I might tell you about the time when I was 13 and was abused by a cat in my sleep, but that one can wait. Okay, so that's the first bit. Would you recommend a cock ring in the Thailand climate? Regardless of climate, Vince, I've never personally felt the need or the urge to try a cock ring. Is that where male chickens fight? Is it? And I don't like cockfighting. If it's something to do with sex, then I'm not here to judge. We've all got our preferences, haven't we? So each to their own. There. I can't reckon. Well, I said I would answer all, wouldn't I? So I would not recommend one if you've got a rash from your sweaties. Okay, onto the socks. So the long socks, starting to rub on your John Thompson. Is that the same as your John Thomas, I suppose? Once again, salad cream or get a dog. Well, you should get a dog anyway, because you're a bloke. All blokes need a dog. What's the point of a cat anyway? Don't even lay eggs, do they? At least a dog listens to you. Yeah, so get rid of the cat, get a dog, and put salad cream on. Easy. These are so easy. Right then, who's next? Should get through these in about 7 hours, no problem. Lester. I think Lester's asked me a few times before, and I keep fobbing him off. How much did it cost to build just the house? So on the farm, we've got the house. We've got the toilet and shower block, bar and restaurant area, and then there's like 3 outbuildings shoved together, so it's like a carport and 2 stores. The house isn't finished, nothing's finished yet. The bulk of the expenses have been bought and paid for. At the moment, I would hazard a guess, and it is a guess, it could probably be £2,000 either way, but I reckon about 5 to 6 grand on the house. But as promised, and I've mentioned it on a few of the vlogs, we have kept all the receipts. The problem with the receipts is it's for the whole work. So when we do the final build vlog cost, it's going to be for all those buildings. I think collectively at the moment we're looking at about just shy of 10 grand, that's all. But as I say, I've tried to refrain from giving prices. Sometimes I've mentioned the price of putting a post in, and then that includes putting the framework up for the top, and then putting the roofing materials on, which is 1,500 baht per post. So you work it out by your posts there, and each post is between 3 and 4 metres apart. So I'm not fobbing you off again, Lester. That's a ballpark figure, but don't take it as gospel. We will give you a proper breakdown. But it won't be a proper breakdown of the house. We'll probably take, I don't know, we'd have to probably halve it, something like that, or 2/3 of it just for the house. Okay, so I haven't showered myself in glory on that answer, but that's the best I can do at the moment. A little bit apprehensive about this one because it's from Stinky Polecat. Again, on a par with Vince. If you've been in the comments section over the last, what we've been doing it, 8 or 9 months our channel, then you'll have seen quite a few risque comments here and a few tangents. So what I need to know is, where are you? Right, okay, I think because there's about 18 questions here. I'm in the Premier Inn Hotel in the UK, SP, in Newcastle. Now I've just said that, Vince is not going to be happy because Vince is in Newcastle. He said if I ever go to Newcastle, let me know. And I was like, I can't because I'm up at 6 o'clock in the morning to do an audit, mate, and I can't have you dragging me down to Blue Velvet or for your eyes only. So yeah, I'm in Newcastle doing audits this week. Are you on the farm? Well, obviously no, because I'm in Newcastle. But he may mean, have we moved onto the farm? No, because that will be my happiest vlog ever. And I stand accused of being a bit grumpy. And how many weeks are you behind schedule? 4 weeks, and then we'll get the generator back next week with 5 weeks behind schedule. But over, what we've been doing it? Build's been over about 3 or 4 months. I think that's all right. Is Ginger Dog up for rent? So if you haven't seen Ginger Dog, we've sort of inherited a ginger dog on the farm, so we go down there to do some work, and there's a scrawny ginger dog there, and apparently Stinky Polecat likes his pictures, so he says. It's not our dog officially, Stinky Polecat. I do know the owner. He's about a mile away on a farm just round the corner, so I think you'd have to go and clarify it with him. She's definitely not a freelancer, mate, so you'd have to sort some sort of agreement with him. Are you building a house? Trying, not at the moment. When you're drunk on gin, do you fight relatives at family get-togethers? It's never actually come to blows, but there have been a few heated discussions before. I'm not one of those people that cries on gin. I'm normally a happy ginny, if that's the right terminology. I've never seen a fisticuffs. Well, I have actually. That is a lie. I did see my sister and brother-in-law. I was going to say come to blows, but no, it was my brother-in-law getting some pastings. But there was no gin involved there. I think that was Stella. Right. Will you be letting Dutch people stay at your house and do barnyard videos? They won't be staying at our house on the farm. They may well stay at our house in the village, and if they want to do those sorts of videos, that's up to them. But we haven't got any barnyards, so bit of an issue there. What is the square root of 49? About 8, isn't it? Something like that. I've rounded that down. If I was fishing and my left nut popped out of my favourite pink fishing leotard while I was fishing and playing a 3-ounce roach, who would pop it back in to save it from getting sunburnt and falling to the floor in a pile of ash? Well, first off, Stinky Polecat, what are you doing fishing in a pink leotard? You can, if you like, when the lake's open, you can wear what you like, mate. And I know I'm first aid trained, but you're on your own on that one. Anyone else fishing that wants to lend a hand or hands, you crack on. When I've seen karaoke at your bar, so our bar and restaurant area is going to have drunken karaoke, will there be loads of women throwing their knickers at me when I go full Tom Jones? Now, I've got a question within a question here, so I'm going to answer it with a question. First of all, Stinky Pot, who do you think you are singing Tom Jones on my karaoke? Only I sing Tom Jones there. But let's say we came to some sort of agreement and you bashed out Delilah or something. That doesn't sound right, does it? Green, green grass at home then. I can't say there's going to be loads of... We're in the middle of nowhere, mate. It's supposed to be a family establishment where people are going to come for a long weekend and that. But, I mean, if you're good, who's to say a pair of thongs or whatever aren't launched in your direction? They won't be mine or Toon, that's for sure. Why don't you buy an automatic for Toon? Because I don't like automatics, do I? Men don't drive automatics, do they? Right then. Right, I've got an issue with this bloke. Sean Smith from New Zealand. Great job doing. Are you going to be running solar for the whole place? We don't even know how big the whole place is going to be. So, solar may not be up to it. It may be more than up to it. We're totally off grid. We've looked at prices for solar, and we've looked at prices for hooking up to the grid, which is over a mile away, and both prices are scary. So that's still in the throes. We've asked for a couple of hard quotes for for different spec systems, but that one's up for grabs at the moment. Wayne keeps on bullying me and that and saying, "Don't go solar, you'll regret it for the rest of your life." No regrets. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. I don't know. Are you enjoying all the short vids I send you before breakfast? Now let's get this straight, scene. I quite like watching videos. Obviously I'm on YouTube. But why do all your videos include people that look like women but have penises? It's not my bag, mate. And before breakfast or during breakfast, I'm struggling with it. It really does affect my digestion. Saying that though, the Santa Claus is Coming compilation video, I did enjoy that over my muesli. But I will never forgive you for the motocross video. I think it was the first one you sent. I love motocross. I hadn't seen any for ages. Everyone's all revving up, ready for the bar to drop, and then it wasn't the bar that dropped, was it? It was another penis. So, yeah, you're still in my bad books, mate. Here we go. Loso, or is it Losso? Hey, nice to see you guys. You've spoken about yours and Toon's families and friends a bit. Could you say what kind of support network you'll have when staying on the farm full time? Support network is when I'm having a bad day I can call my mum. When I'm having a really bad day I can swear with Toon. When Toon's having a bad day I get everything. So emotional support is normally my mum. There's no point in ringing my sister, she'll just take the piss. Support now, if something goes wrong, it'd have to be pure and pick out our friends there. No other family members are staying in the village anymore. That for one reason or another, they've all gone and done their own things now. They might come. They've still got properties in the village. They might come back. They might not. So me and Tina have always sort of like tried to take care of our own stuff when things arise. But yeah, I don't think it's an issue. If one of us took ill or something, then we'll just, I don't know what we do. So he's also elaborating troublesome locals, etc. So, you know, we've publicised quite well over 8 or 9 months that, you know, we've had poachers and the fish and people stealing stuff off the farm and that stuff. It seems to have quietened down. We had a little flare up about a month ago, but strangely that seems to have disappeared again. And he's saying that it can't just be tuned with a catapult, although she is scary with a catapult. It is a scary shot. No, it won't just be the catapult. We'll be armed to the teeth. One of our friends is in the police, local police, so we've already sorted out with him, you know, advice as far as getting a firearm. It'll be knives, dogs, landmines, mortars, that sort of thing, really. No, I don't want to paint a bad picture. For someone to come on our land, say in the middle of the night, you know, unless they're poaching, then they'd be coming to steal something, or murderers and steal everything out of the house. So anyone that comes on anyone's property in Thailand in the middle of the night can expect, you know, to get a metal bar wrapped around the back of the head. So no, we've got no problems with that. It's almost like, I'm the opinion, the more remote you are, I wouldn't say the safer you are, but people seem to be a bit, oh God, if you go on that land, you might get your head stoved in. So, whereas if we're in the village and someone sees us sees us going out for a bite to eat at 8 o'clock at night, they know they've probably got an hour to do us over in the house. But no one's ever nicked anything from the house, so yeah, it's all good at the moment. Touch wood. Kurt Wilson, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? I said I was going to answer it today on the blog, and then he said wrong answer, and he answered it himself, so I don't have to, because I got it wrong anyway. Right, Ali Abli 100, otherwise known as the ginger Scottish kilt. So got a soft spot for him because I love Scotland, it's a favourite part of England. When you were in Nepal, did you meet the little green-eyed god when you were sampling the local beverages, and if so, did he ask for me? We did have a few bevies, but it was not local bevies. We lived on Tubal for about 2 weeks in Nepal, and where we were, it was mainly Buddhist. So whereas Kathmandu, I think it's mostly Hindu. There was a bit of Hindu there, but I'm not really up with that. Buddhist, and you know, I'm okay with. So no little green-eyed god. I wasn't very well though, I'll tell you that. Oh, sensitive boy, Wayne. Are you going to get a non-O visa in the UK before you come back? No, I was just going to turn up and just stay illegally, mate. And then which extension will you go for? Do you need to extend your visa? I just thought you'd tip up. You must be old enough for a retirement extension. Yeah, nice one, mate. Yeah, so the O visa, you get your 90-day visa, going to get it from Hull this week, fingers crossed. 50 quid and then tenner for processing, and then after 45 days you can get it extended if you've got enough cash in your bank account and you can prove that you're really married, not pretend married, let it go, and that you haven't been a naughty boy. So fingers crossed, that'll be all good. I have to say the Thai immigration campaign, we've been there 3 times now, and it's a new office, it's only been opened a few months, and they've been absolutely brilliant. Knock-ons of them were alright, there's not a problem with them, but these guys really up to speed with everything, and they've given us loads of help. I can't really say a bad word about them, and you know, then we're saying, you know, when you get it, about re-entry permits and what would be the most cost effective. They're asking how much I'm paying in the UK and if they could save me a few quid there. And then long term, of course, with the retirement visa. And then, of course, they were asking about the land and the papers and, you know, when it was all purchased and that. So they were telling us the best route to go by. We'd also gone to another office on the way to Campaign Pet. I can't remember what the office is called, but it covers quite a lot of stuff. Part of which is the land registry. Brilliant. We had about an hour there with those guys. Took all our documentation for the farm and all our personal details and that. Sat us down one-on-one, recorded everything. Absolutely brilliant. And you see a lot of crap on YouTube, and there's a lot of Thai bashers. I've got one at the moment. I've not even bothered to reply to the flipping numpty. You know, everyone's corrupt and blah-de-blah-de-blah, and it's like, yeah, it might be in certain areas, but we certainly haven't come across anything like that. And no, I think that, and as far as being professional goes, I think here in the UK could learn a bit about actually how they handle themselves with people when they come into, you know, an office and ask for advice and that sort of thing. Anyway, rant over. It's Scottish Trolls come back again. You said about your fans that watched the vlog. I've never called you fans, have I? Are you going to have a party with them in a telephone kiosk? I haven't got a telephone kiosk. There may be a party, but beers are 500 baht each, mate. You're not allowed to bring your own alcohol. Rules of rules. Two makes a rule. Beyond Trinity. Do you have 2 spirit houses on the lot? If so, why? Good question, buddy. It looks like there are, but one is an angel house, and one is a JD for Toonstats. So nearly everywhere that in Thailand, well, certainly in our sort of areas, land has spirit, has an angel. So the house is for that, for help take care of the land and to take care of you and your property and all those sorts of things. So that is it does look like a little house with a green roof. And then to the left-hand side of the property, you'll see like a white and blue. It's that sort of shape with a long sort of like tapered effect at the top, and that's where Toon's dad's ashes, or part of the ashes, are. So it's next year will be the 3rd and final year. So then all his remains will go there. It's quite important to me and Toon. Yeah, from the Buddhist side of things, I've always been quite spiritual. I know I come over as a bit of a joker, but it does mean a lot to me. And we haven't covered it yet. I did hint about it months and months ago. We might do a vlog one night, not just ghost stories, but some of the things that me and Toon have experienced. And you know, it's not how we've interpreted stuff. It's just stuff that has happened, like candles lighting on their own and all those sorts of things. So we might elaborate on that in the future. I don't know, but yeah, for the angel house, the angel is, just for the record, is John Tong. It's been there a long time waiting for us. So when we had the house made, you then get like it's almost like I suppose in the UK you would say like a medium, and then to help take the angel from, at the time was in a termite mound, so there's a lot of angels living in termite mounds until you get the angel house built for them, and then it's a lot of prayer and all that sort of thing, and making offerings, and then you take them from there into the house. So it's quite interesting. Well, I think it's interesting. Alfred. Love the roofing colour, thank you very much, mate. Which one's that? Is that the dark brown of our house, or is that the dark blue of a couple of the outbuildings? Did it come factory or wholesaler pre-painted? Yeah, they were all pre-painted. What do you plan to build in the big framed area just outside the house, on the side where the new roof extension is? So the big brown roof of our house, and then we've got a lower roof, brown roof. That's just like like a veranda area out the front, and that will lead us to the outside kitchen, bar and restaurant. I had a few people say, why no one's going to come to your place, da, 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 da. Don't care, honestly. People will come, but mostly Thai people. Not, I shouldn't say, because most of our viewers are from not bothered, absolutely not bothered. And even if no Thai people came, we're going to have a kitchen outside. Anyone that knows anything about Thai cooking, you don't cook your Thai food in your house. You're going to asphyxiate. Okay, so we're going to cook outside anyway. It's just a bigger seating area. It's only a bit more roof and a bit more concrete, so don't sweat it. The toilet and shower block. I like to have a loo out so I can be working on the farm all day. Shower as well. I don't want to go in the house dirty. We're posh. We'll have one for two, one for me. It's probably cost us about an extra £200–300. Anyway, not bothered. 79 Netherley. Can you get the seat a bit closer to the steering wheel? Next lesson on soy for cow, please. So the get the seat closer to the steering wheel obviously is referring to Toon's third driving lesson. I think she's doing really, really well. She expects too much of herself sometimes, but I love her wheel spinning from a standing start. I think it's great. There's no sort of like feeding the accelerator and gently lifting the clutch. It's like floor it and off we go spinning. Next lesson on soy cow. Never heard of it, so I don't know where that is. I think that's it. Stevie B from Malta. It's not really a question, but I quite like this. Nice to see you back with us. Looking forward to the fourth lesson. You've been there long enough not to tell a Thai lady more noise. Yeah, when I look back at the video and I was telling Toon more noise, meaning more accelerator. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Stevie B. Toon doesn't need any encouragement to make more noise. Congratulations to Tony Parry. You're my last subscriber 3 hours ago. Nice one, mate. Carl Gibson. Thanks for your comments, mate. Less of the Thai bashing, please. Just bear in mind. I mean, you got some valid points, mate. You've obviously had 9 years in Thailand, and it didn't work out all sweetness and bed of roses for you, and fair dues, mate. But please remember, me and Toon have been together 12 years. We've been in Thailand on and off more than 9 years. We're happy there. We've got Thai family. Our friends are Thai. Some of our friends are in the police. Not everyone's corrupt. Not everyone's trying to steal off us. So I know some of your friends have been bitten by certain organisations and certain individuals, and people have lost a lot of money or investment in that. But just with a pinch of salt. It's thanks for the heads up, but yeah. I think that is it. Any more questions? So where do we go from here? I don't think very far, is it? So after this, I don't think there'll be another UK vlog. I'm not saying ever, but I'm working in Crewe next week up until Thursday. Friday night we're going greyhound racing with the family, so that'll be a mess. Haven't been for years. And then I'm looking to fly back on the Sunday, and then Toon's going to meet me, the usual, meet me at Bangkok Airport, straight on the bus back there. Hopefully the generator's back and the build started again. We're going to have a few days fishing at the big river, which we've never vlogged before. You're always doing fishing vlogs, Lee. Don't care. I love fishing. Toon loves fishing. It's Lee and Toon's Rural Life Thailand. It's not Rural Life Thailand can you go here, can you go there, it's me and two. So if you don't like fishing, just skip that one, not a problem. Go and watch someone ride a bike or something like that. After that, we might have a trip up north, because I have promised Toon, and I put it off because of the build, to go and see the Snake of God. So if you've never heard of that, look it up. That'll probably be about 9 hours to get there, so we'll have a day there after that, and then 9 hours drive back. But it looks pretty cool, and it is Toon's angel, so I promised her, so I tend not to break my promises. So we'll go there. After that, I think it's just going to be flat out then. So once we move to the farm, we won't be going anywhere ever again. If we need to get stuff from the market, it'll either be Toon going or me. We're not leaving the farm. It's going to be... we don't really trust anyone apart from a couple of people to look after everything. So we've got we've got our life invested in the place. So we're not going to leave it unmanned, so to speak. After that, I don't know how many times I'm going to be coming back to the UK. This is my last work trip, which I've said before. So unless my old boss makes me an outrageous offer, I just won't entertain coming back at all. My mum's coming out once a year, twice a year maybe. Probably a couple of months, 3 months at a time. And that's about it. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for the questions, apart from Stinky Polecat and Vince. Oh, there was one. Wait a minute, has he deleted it? Because it was the main one that I thought I wouldn't be able to answer. Bear with me 1 minute, please. There's one. Steve Moore, enjoyed the vlog. How did the fishing trip go when you went on before before you went home? That was before the last trip. We were going to go to Bung Samran. No one had told me it actually closed down. Probably the most famous freshwater fishery in the world. Bloody closed down. Ours set up somewhere else, but a taxi driver took us there, and they're building on it. So we were going to hopefully kind of catch a big make on catfish for it. It took like 150 pounds. That didn't happen. But that wasn't the one I was looking for. Where is it? It was a little bit disturbing. It's not there. I think he's deleted it. So I can't even remember his name. But he said, it's stuck in my head, what's your opinion on manspreading? Hopefully that was a reference with man as an abbreviation for manure. I'm a huge fan. Organic manure spreading should be embraced by all of us farmers. If, however, it wasn't abbreviation, and I haven't googled it because I'm a little bit scared to look it up, I don't know what manspreading is, but I did say I'd try and answer everything. I think if everyone's a consenting adult and under no duress, each to their own. When I say adult, obviously over 20. I know a lot of people think you're an adult at 18, but you're a teenager. If you're an adult at 18, you'd be called an adult, not a teenager. So I think if you're 20 or over and no one's been roped down and rehypnoled, I can't see a problem there. Manspreading. Yeah, I bet Stinky Polecat and Vince know what they are, or what it is, but not me. Okay, that's it. Blah-de-blahing now. Thanks for watching, guys, as always. Again, I don't know the schedule of vlogging in the future, but we'll just keep on doing it as and when. I've still got some wacky ideas for some vlogs on the farm, but the weather conditions haven't been right for it, and I don't want to do it half-hearted. I think it'll be absolutely bonkers, so I haven't forgotten. I know I do come up with some statements and saying, oh, I'm going to do this and do that, and don't do half of it. We've got something really brilliant coming up, but I just need the dry season to come in, so there's less rainfall and the water can clear up on the farm. So I'm giving you a bit of a hint, and then I think we're going to get some amazing footage. Other than that, I'm trying to get a harness, not for two, for Bambi, to wear the GoPro after the elusive squirrel that she's been after for about 2 years and never caught. So yeah, that might be a bit of a giggle. If not, I'm just going to have to gaffer tape the GoPro to her and see how it goes. We're also going to vlog the first time that we let Spoon and Plop run free on the farm. So we were going to wait until we move in, so we thought we were just going to wait another few weeks, but now it's going to be a little bit longer. I don't know. Whether we can get them back in the car or not is another thing, so that is going to happen in the future, but it might be the last time that you see Plop and Spoon. They might eat the ginger dog on camera or something. They're just nutters. Okay then, thanks guys, and a big thank you to Sam for my best ever birthday present t-shirt. Thank you. Take care guys. Oh, and I just want to show you my very, very posh new GoPro tripod. As I said before, all these Thai vloggers, they're really up in their game. I mean, the equipment they've got is just mental, so I've had to put my hand in the pocket, and it wasn't cheap, but I think you'll find that it's worth it for the quality, so just check out my tripod. There you go. No expense spent. Because you're worth it. Cheers guys, take care, bye.